Rocket League voice chat has returned in the most recent update after being removed in update 2.04 last September. Throughout the history of Rocket League, voice chat was barely used and hardly worked due to it being behind the times as far as implementation goes. This is why so many fans and content creators were excited to see it return earlier this week on May 9th. With voice chat returning, there are many questions on everyone's mind as to how it works and why certain features are missing. Primary amongst those is the ability to hear the enemy team in any way. This is why I decided to dive into the reasoning that this feature is not present currently in Rocket League. Question is, why can't I hear the other team in Rocket League? Lunaris, a popular content creator, had a similar question and tweeted at Rocket League. Dear Rocket League, voice chat is so sick now, but please can we have a demo mic from whoever you demo, like when you kill someone in Call of Duty? Kind regards, Luna. Well, the update went live. A lot of people had the same question. Why can't I hear the other team in Rocket League voice chat? Some content creators such as Lunaris thought that there should be a feature where you can hear the enemy team when a goal is scored or you demo someone. Kind of similar to when you hear someone after you kill them in games like Call of Duty, Warzone, or any other FPS title that features voice chat. After seeing this tweet, tons of creators chimed in saying they would love to see this. Easy content for easy views, am I right? Well, Devin Connors, the senior CM of Rocket League and Psyonix, chimed in as to why they did not launch the new update with this feature. Devin stated, "No worthwhile good comes from being able to talk to the other team when you get scored on or when you score on them. Sorry." Even doubled down in stating, "I wager this request is coming from folks who 1. Have at least a few bans on their ledger, 2. Have normalized toxicity way too much, or 3. Are the first to like/upvote, quote, this community is toxic, end quote, posts." Now to break down Devins tweets, let's take a look back at the history of Call of Duty lobbies. Many people talk about the good old days of reactionary content that showcases people raging after being killed. But one of the first things that gets left out about this content is how these moments affect those who aren't in it just for making a video. The next point Devin makes plays clearly to this. Even in M-rated games, it's a bad idea. For every TikTok of a funny comment after a kill in Warzone, there are dozens/hundreds of moments where hate speech or encouraging self-harm comes up. This last part of his tweet is one of the harsh realities of voice chat in video games, especially for minorities and women. Some women have even quit games like Valorant or Warzone due to being harassed constantly just for trying to play the game and communicate with their teammates. Now this will and can probably still happen with the new update, but even then, if they can lessen the instances and balance things out, that is a big win as a developer. Which ultimately makes sense why you can't hear the other team in Rocket League voice chat. Now, without any ability to report voice chat, unlike certain platforms that have this feature built in, I do wonder how Psyonix as a developer plans to tackle verbal harassment and hate speech. Harassment is still an issue that plagues text chat, as seen by screenshots posted to Twitter of people having racist names and terms thrown about in the game itself. All that out of the way, how do you feel about not being able to hear your opponents in-game? Do you think it should be added as a feature in the future or kept the way it is now based on what Devin has said? Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Also, make sure to like the video and subscribe if you enjoyed this kind of content. And if you want to learn about different members of the Rocket League esports community, feel free to check out the rest of my videos. I've been talking to T-Bates, Corelli, some people in other esports titles like Overwatch with Necra, where she's currently casting for Overwatch League there. And I'm also a CRL host and analyst that has done the B-Stream work for a couple of years now and been working as a commentator at Rocket League for 5 years, so there's plenty of content for everyone to enjoy. But speaking about Rocket League esports, if you missed out on the most recent Winter Major, well, I have good news for you if you're looking to pick up some merch. If you follow me at Vaudable on Twitter, you can find some merch in your inbox if you do end up winning. $200 worth of it at the end of the length of time for the giveaway. Well, you could get one of these Rocket League t-shirts that were featured at the Winter Major, maybe a chance to get a basically Grand Champ water bottle, and many more items that you could find listed in the tweet there. So definitely recommend checking out the rest of my content. Follow me on Twitter for updates and esports news and just general things about Rocket League. I'll be diving into other esports topics as well in the near future. But either way, I hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you next time.